Yo, what up? It's your boy Tom, and it's Wednesday, my dudes. You know what that means. We're playing Duel Links again. And, they released Pendulums. So I made an attempt to build a Pendulum deck here. Not particularly good yet, but, we're getting there. We've got one copy of the Advanced Dragon. This is just gonna pop a monster, burn, and then be a 3k body on board. We got two copies of the Stargazer Magician with the skill here. It's okay. Mostly it's just a target because it's a level 5 or higher monster, and it's also dark, which can come into play for trying to go for OTKs. Two copies of the Silver Claw, just because I needed more level 4s. We got one copy of Raiden because it's the only level 4 tuner I have that doesn't have a restriction. I have Orthos, but if you Pendulum summon it, you can't summon Fiend. You can't summon except for Fiends for the rest of the turn. One copy of this just because it's a dark level 7. We got Goldfang just because I need more level 4s. One copy of Trump Girl. I was playing 2, but I think I cut it down for 1. This is just for making Gatling Ghoul, which is just another push for game kind of play, very similar to Advanced Dragon. We got 3 copies of the high scale Dragon Pit, and then Dragon Vein or Dragonpulse. These are just your most reliable scales, just in the structure deck. One copy of Foucault's Cannon, that's a target for one of the Xyz monsters, and then we got 2 copies of Dragon Horn Hunter, just because it's a low scale and it's a little bit of a buff. Decent monster. 3 copies of Sky Iris. I opened a bunch of packs of the Pendulum set that came out. I ended up getting 3 Sky Iris and 0 Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, which is why I'm still running this skill that gives you a copy of Stargazer, Time Gazer, and Odd Eyes. And then the extra deck, we got Gatling Ghoul. It burns, destroys a monster, burns more, and then attacks for 29. Hyrule Dragon Archfiend nukes the board. I haven't made this card at all. Have not made that either. And then this is another play extender. Overlay 2 level 7s, get another normal monster out of the deck. Just helps you swing for game. So this is definitely a going second kind of deck, and we can see how it performs here. So my rank got reset. I'm not sure if that just happens if you don't play, or if they do that like every season or something, but I had to crawl my way out of bronze, and it was a very interesting experience here. So we're playing against a Blue Eyes player, and so far I have not come across very many impressive Blue Eyes decks. So as you can see here, I brick. I have 2 high scales, that's it. So I just Sky Iris to get the search, set it for end phase, and my ending board is Silver Claw Pass. You know, there's plenty of decks that could just get lethal through this. Considering I'm playing against Blue Eyes, I was kind of scared, you know. What if he just summons 2 Blue Eyes? That's lethal right there. Well, he doesn't do that. Normal summon Maiden, Bingo Machine to get a copy of Blue Eyes to hand. Then he uses Ancient Rules to summon it out, attacks me for 12, and that's it. So I magically draw a low scale, part of the cards, Pendulum Summon. Now we've got 2 level 4s, one's a tuner, go into Hot Red. Attack for 3k. Nope. Sphere Karibo. But now he's got 1 card left in hand against an established board, and I don't think there's a whole lot that he can do. He uses all of his resources to out the Hot Red, but I've got a stacked extra deck. So all I've got to do is attack once, he passes, I attack twice. So not a particularly impressive show from the Blue Eyes player here. And then things get kind of weird. I get a reminder that I am in fact in bronze right now as I duel this individual here. What is he playing? I have no idea. I'm going first, which isn't ideal, but you know. Just get a search. Set a monster. If you can kill me, you can kill me, you know? Let's see what you can do. Set one. Normal summon Ancient Gear Soldier. Attack. That's it. Weird flex, but okay. So this is where I proceed to attack him for some good damage. And then he attacks me with Berserk Gorilla, which is forced to attack, and he decided to normal summon this against a 2500 meter. He activates a card, which does nothing, and then I win. This is bronze, folks. This is bronze. And just to make sure that I was well aware of that, the game decided to match me up against another particularly unimpressive duelist here. I feel like the game's really just trying to show me what bronze is all about.
Oh yeah, I'm counting on you, buddy. I summon a monster.
Yes, normal summon elemental hero heat, pass. That's it. Well, this is lethal. Pendulum Shokan. Make Ebb an Illusion Magician. Summon out Folkalt's Cannon from the deck. Attack with Folkalt's Cannon, use Ebb an Illusion Magician effect, banish his monster, and that's lethal. So that's at the point where I started to think, okay, this is going to be very, very easy. Everyone in bronze just has no idea what they're doing. Or so I thought. Until I went up against this pro gamer with about 150 different medals there that it displayed. I'm going second, so, you know, I feel like I'm favored. Until I see what he does on his first turn. He starts with a copy of Junk Converter in his graveyard. And he just proceeds to go off. Normal Junk Synchron. Make Junk Warrior. Then he gets a Converter effect, which summons back the Junk Synchron. And then he makes Stardust. And that's a bit of a problem. Then he gets Formula Synchron past his turn. There's not a whole lot that I can do here. So I'm just gonna wall up. Let's just hope it doesn't get any worse. While I'm waiting for some sort of out. Get a search at end phase.
It's my turn. I draw.
Then this boy proceeds to make Shooting Star Dragon, which has an effect negate of an effect that would destroy a card. It can negate attacks, and it can also attack multiple times. But he's not done yet. Normal summon Synchron. Summon the Converter. Make Junk Warrior. Converter effect. Get the Junk Synchron back. Doing the combo all over again. Then he synchros for Junk Destroyer, pops my field spell.
Junk Destroyer's effect activates. Shooting Star Dragon's effect activates.
This is a lot of damage. We can see he's got some pretty busted cards on the top 5 of his deck. And there is nothing I can do here. And this is bronze, by the way, you know, same rank as the guy that was normal summoning Elemental Hero Heat. Well, let's see if I have heart. Nope. I can make a Synchro 8 with this. Not that it's going to do anything against his 3300 attack monster, which is able to negate destruction effects. And yeah, there's just nothing I can do here. So yeah, I get my ass thoroughly handed to me here. Immediately after playing against people who seemed like they kind of just didn't know how to play the game. So I'm just assuming that this guy was in a similar situation where he was just trying to climb out of the low ranks after having his rank reset, because this guy seemed like a pro gamer. You know, like a sort of a gamer nene Family Guy style kind of deal. But then we started to have some good duels here. We went up against this other gentleman here that seems to have played through a lot of the events. And what do you know? He's also playing Pendulum. So this duel is actually kind of cool.
No matter who if you want to duel,
I'm going first, and my hand isn't particularly great. But I'm going to go for Sky Iris, pop the Stargazer, get Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, Scale Time Gazer, and Pendulum Dragon. Summon the Stargazer in defense, get the Search It Unphase. Hope he can't kill me. We'll see where it goes.
I activate Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon's Pendulum effect. Can't wait to see what you do. It's my turn. My turn. I draw. I set the pendulums. I set the pendulum.
And he can do a whole lot. So he makes Alexander, and then also Pendragon, and proceeds to attack me, leaving me with 900 life points.
My turn is done.
I need to draw a high scale if I want to even have a remote chance of living through this. And what do you know? I draw a high scale. Pro gamer move. Gonna go for the Pendulum summon here. Just gonna get Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, which is a level 5 or higher monster, which is important for the card in my hand. So I can pop his Pendragon, burn him for 13, then attack over Alexander for another 500, leaving him with an empty board, sans his Pendulum Scales. Let's see what he top decks.
It's my turn. I draw.
And apparently, nothing. So, this is lethal. Just in case if he has something to stop my attack, I Pendulum summon the Odd Eyes. Go for lethal. But yeah, that was a much better duel. I was much more comfortable with that, as opposed to either OTKing someone that had 0 plays, or just getting absolutely destroyed by that pro gamer with the Synchro Spam deck. Last couple of duels here. And we've got another Blue Eyes player. And this one did even less than the previous one. So he's going first. Sets a card. Sets a card. And this is lethal. Who knows, maybe Blue Eyes is just more of a going second deck. I don't know.
tame like mine.
If you are a true duelist, I expect nothing less than your best strategy.
So this duel was annoying, to say the least. Couldn't Pendulum summon because I drew 2 copies of Sky Iris and my low scale got ripped out of my hand. And he attacks me for a lot of damage. I'm down to 900, but I can finally Pendulum summon. Pen 2, Dragonhorn Hunter, and Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, but we've got a problem. Amazoness Swordswoman will make me take the battle damage. Luckily, Dragonhorn Hunter will have the exact amount of attack to where I won't kill myself by attacking it. But it will leave me with 100 life points. If he has any out to this, I lose. He top decks and surrenders. So I guess he didn't have anything.
Dad, do you think I'm getting as good as you?
Dad? Okay. Last duel here was not very exciting, particularly.
Dueling is the best way to. All right, duel. I'll summon this.
So he's playing Elemental Hero. I'm ready for some sort of fusion play or something. Nope. Normal summon Burstinatrix pass. And this should be lethal, minus his trap cards. So he can stall. And then he can continue to stall. Disrupts my plays, continues to stall. But at the end of the day, he's just summoning just normal monsters that don't do anything. I'm just slowly putting the pressure on. And then here's the one good play that he makes. Activate Skyscraper. Attack over one of my monsters, even though I can summon it back. And after that, it's lethal.
My turn.
Yeah, we've got quite the motley crew of individuals here in Bronze. We got pro gamers with synchro decks, and then these people. I'm glad that I'm almost out of it. And I'm excited to see what other Pendulum cards they decide to release into the game here, because I would love to play some Draco Slayers. But anyway, that's it for now. I'll see you next week.